You shouldn't be clueless of the car you are driving. Know your car, and save on repair cost. Fix and upgrade your car parts. Drive with Clue. Cooling system. 1. Controls engine temperature. The cooling system keeps the engine within a safe operating temperature range. 2. Uses coolant, antifreeze. Coolant absorbs engine heat and prevents freezing, boiling, and corrosion. 3. Radiator releases heat. The radiator cools hot coolant by transferring heat to outside air. 4. Water pump circulates coolant. The water pump continuously moves coolant through the engine and radiator. 5. Thermostat regulates flow. The thermostat opens and closes to control when coolant flows to the radiator. 6. Includes hoses and passages. Upper and lower radiator hoses carry coolant between the engine and radiator. 7. Cooling fan aids airflow. The radiator fan helps cool the coolant, especially at low speeds or idle. 8. Reservoir manages expansion. The coolant reservoir stores excess coolant as it expands and returns it when cooled. 9. Prevents engine damage. A healthy cooling system helps avoid overheating, warped heads, and blown gaskets. 10. Needs regular maintenance. Coolant changes, leak checks, and inspections are essential for long engine life. Thermostat. 1. Temperature regulator. The thermostat controls engine temperature by regulating coolant flow between the engine and the radiator. 2. Normally closed when cold. When the engine is cold, the thermostat stays closed to help the engine warm up faster. 3. Opens at a set temperature. Most car thermostats open between 85 to 95 degrees Celsius, 185 to 203 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on the vehicle design. 4. Improves fuel efficiency. A properly working thermostat helps the engine reach optimal temperature, improving fuel economy and reducing emissions. 5. Prevents engine overheating. Once open, it allows coolant to flow to the radiator, releasing excess heat. 6. Usually wax-based. Inside the thermostat is a wax pellet that expands when heated, causing the valve to open. 7. Located in the cooling system, it is typically found inside a thermostat housing where the upper radiator hose meets the engine. 8. Can fail open or closed. Stuck closed right-pointing arrow engine overheats. Stuck open right-pointing arrow engine runs too cool. 9. Affects heater performance. A bad thermostat can cause weak or no cabin heat, especially in cold weather. 10. Low cost but critical part. Although inexpensive, a faulty thermostat can lead to serious engine damage if ignored. Water pump. 1. Circulates coolant. The water pump continuously moves coolant through the engine, radiator, and hoses to maintain proper temperature. 2. Driven by the engine. Most water pumps are powered by the serpentine belt or timing belt, depending on vehicle design. 3. Essential for cooling. Without a functioning water pump, the engine can overheat within minutes. 4. Usually made of metal. Common materials include aluminum, cast iron, or steel for durability under high temperatures. 5. Contains an impeller. Inside the pump, a spinning impeller pushes coolant through the cooling system. 6. Has seals and bearings. These prevent coolant leaks and allow smooth rotation during engine operation. 7. Common failure signs: coolant leaks, whining or grinding noises, engine overheating, or steam from the hood. 8. Often replaced with timing belt. In many cars, the water pump is replaced during a timing belt service to save labor costs. 9. Weep hole warning. A small hole allows coolant to escape when internal seals begin to fail, signaling early pump problems. 10. Critical for heater operation. Proper coolant flow from the water pump ensures effective cabin heating in cold weather. Coolant reservoir, overflow tank. 1. Stores extra coolant. The coolant reservoir holds excess coolant that expands when the engine heats up. 2. Part of the cooling system. It works together with the radiator, water pump, and thermostat to regulate engine temperature. 3. Allows coolant expansion. As coolant heats and expands, it flows into the reservoir instead of building pressure in the radiator. 4. Returns coolant when cool. When the engine cools down, coolant is drawn back into the radiator automatically. 5. Usually made of plastic. Most reservoirs are translucent plastic so coolant level can be easily checked. 6. Has min and max marks. These markings indicate the safe operating coolant level when the engine is cold. 7. Helps prevent air pockets. Maintaining the proper level in the reservoir helps keep air out of the cooling system. 8. Connected by a hose. A small hose links the reservoir to the radiator or radiator neck. 9. Low coolant warning. A low reservoir level can indicate leaks, overheating, or poor cooling performance. 10. Easy maintenance check. Unlike the radiator cap, the reservoir can usually be checked safely without opening a pressurized system. Upper and lower radiator hoses. 1. Carry engine coolant. Radiator hoses transport coolant between the engine and the radiator to control engine temperature. 2. Upper radiator hose roll. The upper hose carries hot coolant from the engine to the radiator. 3. Lower radiator hose roll. The lower hose returns cooled coolant from the radiator back to the engine. 4. Made for high temperatures. Radiator hoses are designed to withstand high heat, pressure, and coolant chemicals. 5. Usually reinforced rubber. Most hoses are made of rubber with internal fabric reinforcement for strength. 6. Different temperatures. The upper hose is usually hotter than the lower hose when the engine is running. 7. Connected with clamps. Metal hose clamps secure the hoses to prevent leaks and pressure loss. 8. Common wear items. Over time, hoses can crack, swell, soften, or collapse due to heat and age. 9. Failure can cause overheating. A burst or leaking radiator hose can quickly lead to coolant loss and engine overheating. 10. Regular inspection is important. Squeezing the hoses, when cool, helps detect softness, cracks, or brittleness early. You shouldn't be clueless of the car you are driving. Know your car, and save on repair cost. Fix and upgrade your car parts.